Now let's graph this system of inequalities. Usually the system of inequalities is to have and between them. And is the common part. Okay, so if you see that x plus y bigger than 3 and x minus y smaller than 2. See, if I don't say anything, if I just put comma, this comma will mean and. It will not mean or. If there's just comma, or I just put this in another line, that means and. So by default, it's and. Okay, so the system of inequality is usually and. Okay, so that's why I don't have to mention and sometimes. But if I want the or, I must say or, clearly. So let us graph this and see what the and means. The and means the intersection part. Okay, so this is set A and this is set B. And I want the and part. This is and. This is the A and B. This is the intersection between both. Okay, so that's what we're planning to do. We graph this, and then we look for the common graph, for the common solution. So let's do the first one. The first one, okay, I'll just call it the first one. Graph x plus y greater than 3, and here you have one step, which is to graph, this line x plus y equal to 3, which comes from a table of points like this. Choose x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 one time. So this is 3 here, 3. It's just the same thing. I'm just repeating the same problem like before, just to become a little bit easy. So now let's graph this. Okay, let's graph this. Okay, so you have this point 3 here, 3 here, and you can connect them together. Okay, that's it, dotted line. And then the second step would be to make a test point, and the test point basically I'll choose also 0 and 0, so that you imagine you're putting 0 here and 0 here, so you're getting here 0 plus 0 bigger than 3, which of course is false. So if this is false, means this is not a solution, it is the other side. So that means you're going to shade this other side. Okay? As before. And let's repeat this one more time. For the second inequality, that one, x minus y smaller than 2. Okay, let's do that. Graph x minus y smaller than 2. Again, there's two steps here. The first step is to build the table, right? X and y, to graph this equation. And again, I remember when you put the 0 here, for the x, that y was minus 2, and here this x was 2 and y is 0. So I can plot them now on the same graph as before. Okay, 0 and minus 2 is here. So I have 0 and minus 2 is here, and this is here. I'm just going to put this like that. Okay, this will be my second line. And then you make a test point, number 2, test point. I'll choose 0 and 0. So if you put 0 and 0, just put 0 here and 0 here. So that means you get 0 smaller than 2, and 0 smaller than 2 is actually true. 0 smaller than 2, this is true. Okay, so if it's true, that means what? It means this is part of the solution, so you should shade this one. And now you need to look at the final answer. Okay, this is just like what we did before in the previous example, but the only difference is the A and B should be the common part. It should not be everything. So if you want to shade the answer, in a thick color to make it, clear, it's only this part that has the two colors. This part has the shading of the green, and it has the shading of the, red as well. So if this is really red and green, but approximately. So this is approximately the area here. This is the solution. And maybe you want to erase this region. I mean, if you have eraser, you can start erasing this just to make it clear, that only this is the answer. Only this part is the answer. Okay? Any question about that? So that's the difference between the and the previous example, which has or. Any questions?
What points did we take? The second one?
Yeah, because if this is the and. See the shading here, the red one?
I know some.
The test point, you mean?